Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Playdates and Travels, and if you're new to my channel, hi, I hope that you stick around. Today is going to be a fun video because I'm going to be talking about my most recent Walt Disney World haul. That's right, I just got back from my trip. You can see that my voice sounds a little bit funny. I don't know, I just came back and I think the lack of sleep had got to me. Came back, I have a slight cough, my throat's kind of funny. And yeah, so it's been a adjustment, but that's, I guess, to be expected when you spend an entire weekend where you're just like go, 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 because I definitely had that type of trip. It was a solo trip for those of you who did not see my solo trip announcement, which means that when I got there, I just basically just didn't let myself stop. I knew that I was on my own, and as a result, I was like, well, I only have 2 days to maximize my trip, so I'm just going to maximize it to the fullest. I got in around, my flight landed at 11:50. There was a huge backup for the tram at the Orlando airport. Apparently, the tram at the MCO airport actually shuts down right at midnight, so there's only one side that was working. So the line was wrapped all the way to the end. I did take some footage of that, and I will show you in a future vlog, but it was crazy. It was just like a long, non-moving line. I bypassed that because I saw some people were going toward the exit, including the crew members. They were like, this is the secret. So I just followed the crew members to the other side, and when the tram came, we were the first to be let on, bypassing a lot of that other line. I know that was ridiculous to skip the line, but honestly, it was midnight. I knew I needed to get to my hotel as soon as possible because I had a long day ahead of me. By the time I got to my hotel room, it was around 1 o'clock in the morning. I was done setting up my bag, getting my things ready for the next day around 1:30, and then I just couldn't fall asleep. I was on West Coast time, and 1:30 in the morning was only 10:30 my time. I usually don't go to bed until like midnight for some reason. So I was up. I had to force myself to go to sleep. I think it was around 2:30, maybe even later than that I actually fell asleep, and then I had to get up at 6 a.m. For my long day, starting off at Hollywood Studios for the 7 a.m. Rise of the Resistance mayhem, and it was just crazy from there. And my day went from 6 a.m. wake up to about 10:30-ish end of day when I got on my bus for the end of the day. I took my shuttle back to my hotel. Luckily, my hotel had a small little cafe that was open, little grill, for 15 more minutes, so I was able to have them make me a burger and fries really quick as a nice snack, and I was a little hungry, and I had that, and then I went to sleep, and it was a beautiful, glorious sleep. And then my day started off the next day, and it was go, go, go again. So it was a very fun-packed trip. I will do a review of what I did on my solo trip, my thoughts about it, my thoughts about the Rise of the Resistance process. I will do a separate review about that because I do want to share all of those feelings with you while they're fresh in my mind. I have a lot of opinions on how that whole process worked, so definitely stay tuned for that video. And I'm also going to do a comparison of the Festival of the Arts, which was exclusive to Walt Disney World right now, and I had so much fun. It was my first time going to that, but I don't want to make this video about that because I am going to be going to the festival, the Lunar New Year festival, that is exclusive to California, since I do live in California. So I'm going to do like a best of the fest comparison of one fest versus the other, since those are happening simultaneously across the coast. So stay tuned for that video as well. I do have some ideas for that, but again, it is haul time, so let's get into my showing you the things that I bought while at Walt Disney World. And if you like these types of videos, please go ahead and consider subscribing right now. Click that like button, and let's get right on into this video. You definitely want to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And without further ado, haul time. Before I go into my big bag, let me show you the main thing that I came across with, and that is a lot of these little maps and guide maps. So this is actually the Festival of the Arts booklet that is exclusive to the event, and it tells you what artists are going to be appearing. It gives you little bios on the actual Broadway performers, because there was a Broadway concert series as part of the event, which was awesome. It does give you a little snippet of like what shows they did and what they're known for. It also has a bunch of stickers that you could go ahead and put on the different booths that you went to, because every festival at Epcot now is starting to become a food festival. So it's not just a food and wine festival that you can get eats and drinks. It's like all the festivals. Flower and Garden does it, and now Festival of the Arts does it as well, which is great because if you're a foodie like me and you like eating fun foods, there is something for everyone. And food was definitely a big component of this festival for me. I went to just about every booth. I think I skipped one or two on purpose, but I had made a list before I went to Savant of all the different things I wanted to eat. It rounded up to $150, and I was like, oh my god, I can't spend that much money on food. But then going through the process of going to kiosk to kiosk to kiosk, there's only so much that you can eat, and I actually saw myself passing on a lot of the booths that I thought I was going to try beforehand. I came across them and I was like, that sounds great, but I can't do that today. My body can't physically handle it, so I had to pass. But it all looked amazing. And so this little booth, this little booklet was just actually really fun to just have like a little sample of what the festival was all about, which is great. I also have a Magic Kingdom map, which I did go to, as well as a Times Guide for Magic Kingdom. I went to Magic Kingdom at the end of my day, the first day, and was able to go to Carousel of Progress, as well as see the fireworks show. I also spent some time shopping really quickly. I was looking for the Carousel of Progress pin that was just released the prior week. Apparently, it was all sold out. Well, that really sucked because I had actually, in Epcot earlier that day, had the person tell me what stores would potentially have that pin still in stock, and they had looked at their inventory list and said there were 177 available in the Star Tours store in Tomorrowland. So Tomorrowland had two different shops that potentially had this pin. I tried both of them and they both were sold out. So no pin for me. That was okay. But I did get the Epcot Festival of the Arts map, a couple of those, as well as the Times Guide for the Hollywood Studios. This is a receipt for my caramel popcorn, which you guys will see in a second. Then I had the Epcot Festival guide that gives you all the different times that all the different events were happening, which was really, really helpful. And then I had the Hollywood Studios map as well that has Rey on the front, because that is the big attraction right now, Star Wars Land. So definitely had all those maps. I even have a Disney Springs map because I went there as well. So yes, I did all of this in one day. This was a crazy, crazy trip. I was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Definitely spent the next day sore, which was yesterday, and now I'm feeling better, but sick, I don't know. The very first souvenir I got besides the maps was, this is a 2018 autograph book that I got from the outlet, my last Walt Disney World trip, and I christened it with my first autograph, which is Jessie. That's right, Jessie from Toy Story Land was a person that I met, and I was so excited to get her autograph. My daughter actually went to a Toy Story themed, it's a babysitting service that Disney offers. They have a couple different of the premium resorts that they will watch your child for a couple hours. It's like a little camp for the kids to go to while they watch their kids, and they feed them and they give them all this entertainment, while the adults can go ahead and do a couple things on their day. It was a great experience. My daughter loved it, and as being part of it, that last time she was able to get a little postcard that had both Woody and Jessie's signature on it, but it was a pre-printed postcard, so it wasn't an actual autograph. So getting Jessie to actually sign an autograph book was so cool. And if you guys want to hear more about that whole babysitting experience, let me know. I talked about it in a past video when my daughter first did it back in 2018, but I'm more than happy to talk about it again if that is of interest to anyone. Also from Star Wars Land, I got this. I got a Coca-Cola bottle with the fun writing on the front. I just happen to love these little Coca-Cola bottles. It does have the explosive top, but mine kept falling off, so I just took it off. So underneath that exploding top portion is a regular cap, bottle cap. And I got this because I wanted to actually have an extra one to do as a giveaway to somebody. Somebody can get a free Coca-Cola bottle that is exclusive to Star Wars Land. I now have one from Disneyland that's still in my fridge, and this one is my Walt Disney World version. So very excited to have a Coca-Cola bottle from Galaxy's Edge from Batuu with the fun, festive writing of Coca-Cola in that handwriting. I just think that that's so awesome. And then the next thing that I got from Hollywood Studios is this right here. I'm obsessed with the Starbucks mugs. If you've watched my channel recently, you might know that I keep on saying I don't have any more space for mugs. It is one of those things that I'm kind of just like, I don't really want anymore because I don't have space. However, I have a soft space in my heart for the Starbucks mugs, and I knew that I was really interested in the Been There series. My friend Christy in Christy's Corner recently got all of them. She's crazy, good for her. I knew I wasn't going to do that, but I also just wanted to get the ones that I liked. I had the chance to get Epcot. I looked at it closely and I was like, I don't really like the color scheme on this that much, so I ended up not getting that one, but this one I fell in love with. The only one I regret not getting is Magic Kingdom. When I went to Magic Kingdom, I actually forgot to go in the Starbucks there because it was such a short trip, and I was trying to bounce really quickly to Epcot to see their fireworks show as well. So I saw back-to-back fireworks show. I saw the Happily Ever fireworks at Magic Kingdom before I bounced over to Epcot and saw their Epcot Forever fireworks, and that was crazy, but I managed to do it. But because I was just trying to be fast, I just did not go into Starbucks and look at the Magic Kingdom mug. And then I had meant to look at the mugs in Disney Springs because I heard that they were all sold there. You just go into Disney Springs and just buy them there without actually going into the parks. But I ran out of time to do that as well, so there's my one regret from the trip. I did not get to get the Magic Kingdom mug. Maybe in a future trip, oh well, but for now, I have the Hollywood Studios. So this does say Disney Parks on the front. It says Been There Series, nice little fun box, and then when you open it, it looks like that, and you take it out, and it's a fun mug that has Hollywood Studios on it, and I just like that this has so many of the ride icons encapsulated on here. So just starting from the side, you have a bunch of the blocks from Toy Story Land. You have HS for Hollywood Studios, TS for Toy Story. You have the Sorcerer Mickey hat, you have popcorn, you have a Starbucks mug, you have the hat from Indiana Jones, because they have the Indiana Jones show there. You have an ice cream cone. You have the dragon from the Fantasmic show on here, so that's awesome. You also have the little dinosaur from Echo Lake, because they had that in the middle of the park, so that's really cool. This signature Mickey on the globe. This used to be like the icon for MGM back in the day, so that's cool that that's on here. You also have the Toy Story Mania ride. You have a ride from the Star Tours ride. You have Jessie holding up a bunch of Christmas lights, so that's cool. You have a Mickey ice cream cone. My favorite ride, just Tower of Terror. That's awesome. That's so big and prominent on this mug. It does say Disney Hollywood Studios right there. It has a clapboard with Mickey on it. You've got an alien flying on a saucer, so that's really cool from the Alien Swirling Saucers ride. You have another Star Tours icon right there, and then you have Rock and Roller Coaster. So that is so awesome that all this is on here. Not really sure why there's a donut in Rock and Roller Coaster, but I'll go with it. I mean, I love donuts, so this is just a fun mug. And then the inside is it's like this nice burgundy off maroon color, which is one of my favorite colors. So the color scheme and then all the different icons on here is what sold it to me. Oh, also on the top across here it says play a starring role in your own story, which is cool because Starring Roles Cafe used to be my favorite cafe in all of Disney World as well. So there's a lot going on in this little mug that reminds me of what used to be my favorite park. Truth be told, after my most recent trip, Hollywood Studios is kind of like on my list just because it's so crazy right now. So it kind of made me get sick of it. I was like to the point where I was just like, I don't want to be in this park anymore. I just want to get out. But what was nice is that there wasn't any more construction at Hollywood Studios. They moved all the construction to the other parks. Magic Kingdom was under construction, had a lot of walls up. Epcot had a ton of walls. I don't know about Animal Kingdom because I did not go there this particular trip, but it just was so much construction going on. It was very, very interesting. From my plane ride, actually, I have a couple of the snacks. I had cookies and pretzels and Cheez-Its. This was given to me on my JetBlue flight, and I took them with me during my trip so that I would have snacks on the go. I ended up not needing to eat them because there were so many snacks in the Festival of the Arts to eat instead, but it was just great to take these on with me in case I got hungry and needed something to nibble on. When I went to my spa treatment at Saratoga Springs, which my husband has set up as a special surprise, more of that in my review to come, they had these granola bars, and I definitely wolfed one down immediately, then took one to go just in case I needed some extra protein. So that was also nice to just take some more snacks with me. Speaking of snacks, one of the first things I made sure that I got was this caramel touche popcorn from the Germany kiosk. You can see on the front it does say Werther's Original because this is part of the Werther's branded caramel little kiosk they have there year-round. It smells so good. I'm not the biggest caramel person, truth be told. I think caramel by itself is a little bit too much, a little too sticky on the teeth. But there's something about this popcorn. I didn't try it until my last trip. I remember I was eating it with Jessie from Miss Cherry's channel. We both were getting it because she had actually ordered it and she let me try it, and I was like, that's really good. So on this trip, I made sure that I got some for myself because I actually really enjoy it. Truth be told, it does get a little stale in the humidity, so I made sure that after the first day, I put it in bag check, and I had them hold my bag to the end of the night, and then I immediately put it into my room and kept it there in a nice cool place. And the very top portion was a little sticky and stale, but underneath that is actually still pretty good. So I'm still working on my bag. It was filled to the top at the beginning, and you can see I'm halfway through. It's a lot of popcorn for one person, but so good, so tasty, and it still tastes great. And when I came back, my son and I were definitely munching on that together. Continuing with the snacks, I have some more snacks. This is actually from the Ganachery in Disney Springs. This was like the first stop I made when I parked my car, because I had a car the second day. I was meeting my friend for lunch at Disney Springs, but first I made sure I was like, I'm going to be at the Ganachery because I need some chocolates. If there's nothing else I do at the Disney Springs while I'm here, I need to get chocolate from the Ganachery. This has definitely become one of my favorite spots. At one point they were actually selling it on the Disney Parks app, the Shop Disney Parks app. They no longer have that agreement, which is a sad thing because it actually wasn't that bad of a deal at the time. But I was able to go and I got this box, and there are 6 chocolates in here. 6 chocolates is $16, and they have different flavors. What I ordered were the ones that I wanted specifically, but I was introduced to this from a Disney box back in the day, and ever since I have just been obsessed with the Ganachery. I just think they're so good. The chocolates melt in your mouth, and I love it. And on top is this little card. It's got this little protective barrier, and then the chocolates are actually wrapped in this foil paper. I actually don't want to open it up because I don't want to mess it up since I'm not about to eat it, but the flavors that I got were vanilla, dark chocolate, of course. I got coconut. I got the creme de caramel because that's actually my favorite. It's so good. I got the raspberry, and then the last one, I'm forgetting at the moment what I got, but at any rate, they were just all so appetizing looking, and I was very excited to be able to get some chocolates from the Ganachery before I left, and I can't wait to eat this later because it's a really good favorite of mine. And then I also got one extra thing. This was $3, and it's just a little like chocolate bar from the Ganachery, and this one is milk chocolate. It says Mickey and Minnie. You can see it has them smooching on the side, so it's fun. And one of the chocolates actually has the Minnie Mouse imprint on it as well. So I like that they have like a little touch of Disney incorporated into their designs. It's really good chocolate. If you ever get a chance to go to the Ganachery, definitely check it out because they're well worth it. I think they're one of the best chocolates ever, and I'm definitely a fan. Usually I'm a fan of Godiva chocolates, if that gives you any sense. I don't like See's chocolates, and I don't like milk chocolate, and I think that's one of the reasons why I like the Ganachery is that they have so many dark chocolate options, so it's definitely great for a dark chocolate lover like me. They have milk chocolate as well, but just to let you guys know. Continuing with the snacks, this might be my last food-related item. I got the macaroon gift box from France during the Festival of the Arts in Epcot, and this is great because it was a to-go box, and as a result, I took it home with me. So I have 3 macaroons in here. I forget what the flavors are. I believe this one might be chocolate, this one might be lime, and this one might be strawberry, if I'm not mistaken. But at any rate, there are 3 different options that you have in here. Truth be told, France actually sells a larger macaroon box. I believe there's 6 that are sold in the back of the French pavilion. If you go into like the market section, they do sell macaroons there, but I already had tried that. I had never tried the one from the festival, so that's why I got this. I can't wait to go ahead and dig my heels into this one as well. As you can see, going on a solo trip meant I was definitely getting my food on during the entire festival, whether it was eating there or taking it with me. And then the last food item that I have actually was something that I enjoyed during the festival and then took the rest of it with me. I had a little bit the first day I came home, but now it's just been in my fridge, and this is the remains of my frangipani almond cake. It's really colorful. It reminds me of a rainbow cookie. If you've ever tried those? I just think the flavors of cake mixed with the jam and a slight hint of almond are really, really good and tasty, and so I definitely took this home with me because I also could not finish this in one setting. It was just too much food, too much sweets toward the end of it, and I was like, I can't, but I definitely want to keep it with me, so I just took it home, tried a little bit here and there, and that's what I did. Okay, and the last item that I got from Epcot that is not pin related is actually this new popcorn bucket. This is the Skyliner popcorn bucket, and this is not for me, this is actually for a friend. I only had space to carry one, so I only grabbed the one for her, and I didn't really need it for myself, but she's like, if you see it, if you don't mind picking it up, and I said no problem. So I got this for her, and this has Pluto on one side and looks like a bird. Looks like the bird from It's a Small World, from not from It's a Small World, from Splash Mountain, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's the right movie or depiction that is, but it does say Disney Skyliner on the bottom. On this side, you have Chip and Dale with a bunch of acorns. That's actually really cute. And then on the side, you have Mickey and Minnie, kind of in the stylized drawing of what they would look like from the upcoming Mickey and Minnie ride in the park. So it's cool that they have a camera in their hands as well. So it's cool that you have Mickey, Minnie, and Chip and Dale and Pluto all on this Skyline popcorn bucket. And then on the inside, it's just a red interior, and this is a compartment where you can put your popcorn in it or just use it as a display. the friend that I got this for is actually a big popcorn bucket collector, and that's what she does, just displays them all in her closet. At any rate, the strap says inaugural year Disney Skyliner all over it, so that's basically what this looks like. I was wearing this toward the end of my trip as I had nowhere to carry it, but this was the last like merch item that I picked up before I get into pins. One more thing, and then I also grabbed this ornament from the Festival of the Arts. It does say, it has Figment's picture right there, which I love, and on this side it says Figment Color Company. It's in the shape of a paintbrush, and you guys know that I'm a big Figment fan. I'm also a big ornament fan, so for that reason I did grab this one from the festival. I originally had purchased my son just came in. Hello. I originally had purchased the Festival of the Arts straw set as well, because I wanted some plastic straws, and that's so hard to come by. It's one of the things I forgot to pack in my carry-on bag. Should have included that in my what to pack for Disney. Bring your own straws that are plastic if you're into that, because I hate the paper ones. I forgot, so I purchased the ones that they had at the festival and ended up returning them because, secret, if you need a plastic straw at Disney World and you're in Epcot, they give you a thick plastic straw from the boba station. So if you're in Joy of Tea, which is there year-round, just ask for an extra straw, and the boba straw itself is plastic. Win! So I was able to use that one on my future drinks, and I was able to return the ones with Figment on it because I didn't really need the plastic straws otherwise, so I was like, I'll just save $10. But I can't show you that item because I did return it. I also got a ton of compliments on my ears. I made these for the Festival of the Arts, and you can see I changed the paintbrush since the last time you guys saw it because this one was just sticking on better. The other one kept on falling off of my, it's a reversible bow, but as a result it just wasn't very sticky. So I used a thicker brush which had a better, like a stronger hold. And I got so many compliments on my ears, which was really nice because these are only my 4th ever pair I've ever made. And people were just like, I love your ears, no matter what, if I was asking them a question, which was really great. Another great thing about my trip was I was wearing my birthday button, and my birthday button got me so much like luck on this trip. I've never had so much luck wearing a birthday button, maybe because I was by myself. But people would see my button, I would ask if there were any discounts, and they would say, are you an annual pass holder? And I would say no, because I'm not to Disney World, but then they would say, oh, it's your birthday, we'll give you the annual pass holder discount anyways, a birthday discount, which was really nice. So I was able to save 20% off on a lot of the items anyway, which was great. I was like, I'll take it. The other thing that I got a lot of compliments on was wearing the flare bag during my trip. This was definitely my backpack during the trip, and people loved my Disney Chris fantasy pin that I put on here. So it was like Little Mermaid-esque. I got this button from Walmart on the way there. This is a Disney Parks exclusive, and then this is the Disney key. People were excited to see this bag. I guess this bag also sold out online, so a lot of people don't have access to it anymore, but that was great. You can see this is still in here. This is my power block. I use this to charge my phone because when I got there at 7 a.m. on the first day, by 10 a.m. my battery was already at 40%, and I was like, ooh, on my phone. So I was just like, I just definitely need to up that. So I was charging my phone the entire time. And now for the pins. So the very first thing I got was from the Figment line that they released for the Festival of the Arts. I definitely got this pin right here that says Figment Color Co. on the backer card, and it is in the shape of a paintbrush. This is actually a fun pin because it is a movable pin. You guys know how much I love that. I'm going to take it off so you can see the effect of what it creates. This little pin is like this, and when you move the paintbrush out, you can see Mickey Mouse is revealed in the paintbrush. So that was cool that you have the Epcot ball icon as well as Mickey Mouse on this little pin commemorating the Festival of the Arts 2020. It was my first time going to this festival, so I thought why not actually get a pin from the festival to commemorate it. Of course, these pins will probably be on sale at the outlets or something when they don't sell out, but that's okay. I definitely wanted to get it now as a token of my trip. So this was pin number 1. The second pin that I got was actually the other pin. They actually had 3, but most locations only had these 2. There was one other one that had like a chain that I did see eventually, and I was like, I don't need it, it's okay. But this is the other one from the festival, and it does say Festival of the Arts 2020 in the bottom as well, but then it says Figment Color Co. And this one actually has Figment himself on it with a paintbrush in his hand. And I was debating whether I wanted this one or the paintbrush. The paintbrush, I like the movable element, but this one I like that Figment's on it. And being a big Figment fan, I had to get this one as well. So those were my 2 Festival of the Arts pins from the festival that I picked up. And this was a release that was just released the day before I got there, and it's the new I Collect series that they're going to be doing throughout the year. Last year they had different collections that were monthly collections. This year it's all about the I Collect. I don't think that this one was in Disneyland, however, because this is a Walt Disney World inspired pin. So I was very happy to be there while this was released. At any rate, it says I collect Figment pins on the front and has pin trading logo on the bottom and the shape of Mickey Mouse with Figment sticking out. And that is what forms the front of this pin with a little strap. And then when you open it up, it's a hinge pin. On the inside, you can see it has a Mickey Mouse shape on the top and a bunch of different icons that are all related to Figment. So you have Figment's name, Figment color ring. It says Imagination from the Imagination Ride. It does say Pin Celebration 2002. I'm not really sure what that's about, but that's kind of cool. But there's a lot of different things that have to do with art and Figment and just him being a colorful soul. So I liked that a lot. And it just fell off the backing card. But I liked that a lot, and so as a result, I was able to grab this pin during the festival. Sometimes it pays to look at the Disney Pins blog while you're on your vacation, because I actually forgot this was released. Then saw he had put a post about it that day, and I was like, ooh, must go pick that up. And I went and looked and searched for it and found it, and I was like, phew, before I forgot, and like regretted not getting the pin I wanted. The other pin that I got from that trip is this 20th anniversary of pin trading pin that came out, and it's like a nice green design. They're going to be releasing these throughout the year as well, I was told. It's got this nice like diamond shape and green, and when you open it up, it reveals Mickey Mouse on the interior in front of the castle. I'm a big fan of like Mickey and castle pins, so for that reason I did grab this to add to my collection, and I like it. It's a nice little like Epcot-esque design as well. Okay, only one more bag, and that is right here. Let's go ahead and see what pins I have in here. Oh yes, so this one I actually grabbed from the Swan Hotel. I ended up taking a bus from Disney Springs, and it was supposed to take me to Beach Club. I accidentally got off at Swan Club because I was so excited the bus was stopping, and I was like, all right, I'm here. Then got out and was like, oh, I'm not here. I went to the wrong hotel. Whoopsie. But while I was there, I do like the Swan. I've stayed there before. I went into their little Disney shop, and they had the pin locking backs, which were sold out in the park. So I grabbed these because these are great to put onto your backpack when they fall out, the little bit pin backs. So now I have the locking backs to put on, because I definitely was having trouble with my fantasy pin falling off a couple times throughout the day. Had to keep on putting the screws back on. That was to save my life. So I got that. And then the last thing I got is a pin that I had wanted to get for a while. It's an open edition pin that is exclusive to Disney World. Never got it before, and it's this one right here with the gates of Disney, and you can see it's got this cute design. It's just like a spiral design that has Mickey Mouse's head right in the center. And then when I open up the doors, you can see it has Mickey with a bunch of balloons and the castle on the interior. So another one for my Mickey Castle collection. It's just a really cute open edition pin. I believe I saw one of my friends with this, and I was like, I want that pin! So when I saw it in the Swan, I was like, must happen. And that's basically all the pins that I got for my trip, all the merch that I got. I tried not to make it too much, but of course I was only there for 2 days, so yeah. And last part of my haul, I actually went to the Walmart that was next to my hotel. They were open 24 hours, and I was surprised to see that the Walmart guests had all the same shirts and kind of like knickknacks and like shot glasses and little plates and whatnot that I've seen in Disneyland. But the really cool thing about this particular Walmart is that in addition to all that, they had an entire line of magnets for $2, excuse me, and an entire wall full of pins. I could not believe it. I'll insert a shot of that because I was like, oh my goodness! But in the pin wall, I found a couple of different licensed Disney official pins. So you could go to this Walmart, buy a bunch of pins for $4, and then take them to the park as your traders if you want some cheap pins. That's a great way to do that. So if you guys are near the Walmarts and Disney World area, go check them out. I got this one. You can see it is a Genie pin because I do have an Aladdin collection. It does say Disney on the bottom. So this is a Disney official pin, which means that you could trade this. It is licensed by Monogram. You see that on the back, but I was really excited to see a Genie pin in the store. I also grabbed this Minnie Mouse on a carousel one. That might be cute. I actually got that as a potential trader. And then I grabbed this Ursula one. I do have a version of this same Ursula pin, but I have this one from Box Lunch. This is a more official Disney one, and I was like, hey, it's Ursula. So definitely got a couple of different pins. And the last one is Minnie Mouse on a star. Looked very Hollywood Studios-esque. I like that one, so I grabbed that as well. So all those pins, craziness, and then I also got this Toy Story alien magnet because so cute and I liked it a lot. So I grabbed a couple extra gifts for swaps I'm doing, so I'm not going to show you that as well. But basically I had a great time shopping, doing a run here and there. I also have some outlet items because I was able to go to both the Disney outlets on my last day, so I will show you that in a future video because I don't want this to be too long. But that's basically everything to show you from my haul from Disney World, so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all that. Let me know what your favorite item was in the comments below. I definitely hope that you stick by to watch my review video as well as my festival comparison video. I can't wait to talk about all the details from my trip, so stay tuned for that. Hope you're having a wonderful week, and I will definitely talk to you guys soon in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye!